Welcome to another edition of Roy's Fabulous Fantasy Football Spreads. Week 7. Let's see what we got. Well, Jersey plays Suck My Birds. Pretty good freaking matchup, I gotta say. Looks like it's going to be a high-scoring game according to the whatchamacallit, to the prognosticator on the website. Um, Roethlisberger versus Romo. I got to give Roth the edge, just like the computer does. Michael Turner has been looking real solid. Definitely take the combination of Turner and Mendenhall and Fitzgerald over Forte, Bush, and Reggie Wayne. Looks to me like Jersey's got the edge here, although he is trotting out Braylon Edwards, very questionable. Devin Hester might just break one this week, maybe a couple of big ones. Um, Jermichael Finley versus Greg Olson's kind of a wash. Looks to me like Jersey's big dogs are going to carry him, even though some of his other plays, like a Marshawn Lynch and Braylon Edwards, are a bit of a liability. Suck My Birds maybe has a more balanced squad, but I gotta think that the upside of the big horses for Jersey are just going to help him take it here. But it's going to be a tight one, I think. It looks to me like it's going to be a tight one. Moving on, LA Riots versus 29 Crash. Well, Tony's got Tom Brady, Tom Terrific. He's projected for 3 TDs and 300 yards. That sounds pretty reasonable against that awful Tampa Bay defense. Westbrook is back. Hines Ward will do his work. Wes Welker's going to do his. Steve Smith from New York is due for another good game. Dallas Clark is a stud. Looks to me like Tony's actually got a pretty solid squad. Phil Rivers, I don't know. I got him in another league. He's been killing me lately, but he does usually tear up San Diego. Steven Jackson is due for a good game at home. I actually think he's going to surprise and maybe double up the 10 points that he's projected for. Frank Gore is back. Pierre Thomas is a stud. He's got a couple of goal line carries taken away from him lately, but I think he's going to take care of business. Jonathan Stewart actually looks like he's going to be good, but 29 Crash's big dogs just are too much for LA Riots, who has a pretty solid team, but doesn't really stand a chance. He also should probably put in Steve Breston instead of Josh Morgan, but he's gone ahead and made that lineup decision, so he's going to have to go ahead and live with it. Moving on, Prime Time versus Flight 815. Oh boy, Porter. He's just really looking for a win, man. A 1-5 team versus a 5-1 team. I'm looking at it here. Flight 815 is bringing out Drew Brees, Ronnie Brown, Ocho Cinco, Santonio Holmes, Jeremy Shockey, Vikings D. Looking pretty good. Aaron Rodgers, Larry Johnson, Leon Washington, not so good. Randy Moss might be all right. Pierre Garcon should do a little bit, but I actually think this game's not even going to be close. Porter, you're going to 1-6, dude. Sorry to say. I see what you're trying to do with your squad, but with all the bye week issues that you've got, half of Porter's team is on bye. I don't think you stand a chance in this game. It's not going to be as close as the computer has it marked out. You're going to lose by 40, brother. 49er Annihilator versus the High Steppin' Freak. Well, the Annihilator is a major underdog because he always does this fucking thing where he thinks he's like Bill Belichick and just doesn't set his roster until 5 minutes before. I hope your internet connection fucking breaks down. He'll probably play Schaub, Slayton, Marion Barbarino is gonna is gonna come back in there. He'll probably put out Hakeem Nicks instead of Antonio Bryant, but I'm not exactly sure. High Steppin' Freaks big dogs, though, are looking real good. Matt Ryan's looking good. Adrian Peterson, of course. Bolden is not going to play, so he's got to get that asshole out of his lineup. Don't know who he's going to put in there. Maybe Andre Caldwell. He might start Kellen Winslow also. Not sure what he's going to be doing there. Greg Jennings is due for a big game. This might be it. Mike Bell should get a touch. Antonio Gates is an absolute stud. I see High Steppin' Freak beating up all over the 49er Annihilator that stole a win from me last week. Fucking stole it. Unbelievable. I couldn't believe how I lost at the last second on Monday night. Don't know if any of you guys were watching that, of course, but it was tragic. It really was. Solid Snakes versus Play to Win. Oh, Brandon Royce, dude. I don't understand, man. You fucking don't even set your squad. You paid up money. I don't know what for. I mean, Trent Edwards isn't playing. Fucking Ray Rice, Maurice Morris are on bye. Not like they were the greatest plays anyway this week, but actually I like Ray Rice a lot. Yeah, he's got to change up his roster, but even if he absolutely maximizes his squad, he doesn't have another fucking quarterback. Doesn't have anything. I don't understand what he's doing there. Obviously, it's a bye week for Solid Snakes. No reason to talk about this one anymore. Too bad it looks like all the matchups are in Solid Snakes' favor, and he could beat most teams in the league this week. He gets a chance to play against Play to Win, where anybody in the league is going to win. Moving on, Campbell Squad versus myself. I'm on a Vulture Saga. Well, McNabb is going to do his thing for Campbell. Cedric the Entertainer Benson is going to do his thing. Joseph Adai will get a little bit of work done. Never has a huge game anymore. Not so sure about Mario Manningham. Just got to get lucky and get a touch in there. Roddy White's just been explosive lately, so he was due and he's going to do his thing. Johnny Knox will probably get a little bit of work done. Zach Miller, maybe he catches an 80-yard touchdown, maybe he doesn't, but if he doesn't, he ain't going to do shit. And hopefully my Niners will be able to do something really good against just an awesome Houston offense. But it's not looking so great for him, whereas I've got Peyton Manning coming back, LaDainian Tomlinson with a favorable matchup, Portis with not a good matchup. I want to bench him, but I don't have jack shit on my bench to replace him with. Ahmad Bradshaw looking good. Andre Johnson is a stud. I'm going to be rooting for him against my Niners. Can you believe that shit? I'm just hoping we get a huge lead, and they have to throw to him. I'm trotting out Massaquoi as my third flex because I got Moreno on bye. And Kevin Boss was a pickup for the week just because they give up a lot of tight end points. I think it's actually going to be a pretty close game, closer than the computers got it. But I'm going to give myself a little good love in here and say that I'm going to win this one by about 5 points. Anyway, good luck to you all this week. Hope it all works out for you. Obviously, it's not going to for everybody. So anyway, obviously the spreads have been terrible. Terrible prognostications of what actually is going to happen. So take these things with a grain of salt. And may the football gods shine on you.